What you are all about to be part of, America, is a historic moment of firsts. To administer the oath to our first African American, our first Asian American, and our first woman vice president, Kamala Harris.
Kamala Harris, Vice President of the United States since 2021, is a central figure in American politics. She is known for her legal expertise, historic career, and commitment to civil rights. Her nomination by Joe Biden as his running mate in the 2020 presidential election marked a turning point in American political history. But who is Kamala Harris? Kamala Devi Harris was born on October 20th, 1964 in Oakland, California. Her parents, Shyamala Gopalan and Donald J. Harris, were both highly educated immigrants, bringing diverse perspectives to their new homeland. Shyamala Gopalan was born in 1938 in Chennai, India. She emigrated to the United States at the age of 19 to study at the University of California, Berkeley. She earned a PhD in nutrition and endocrinology, specializing in breast cancer research. Shyamala was a prolific researcher and worked at several prestigious institutions, including the Lawrence Berkeley National Laboratory. Donald J. Harris, born in Jamaica in 1938, Donald emigrated to the United States to pursue studies in economics at the University of California, Berkeley. He earned his doctorate and became a professor of economics at Stanford University. Donald Harris is a respected economist specializing in economic development. Shyamala and Donald met during civil rights protests in Berkeley in the 1960s. Their shared commitment to social justice was a key factor in their relationship, uniting them in a greater cause. After her parents divorced, Kamala was primarily raised by her mother, who instilled in her strong values of social justice and community responsibility. She spent time in India, visiting her mother's family, and in Jamaica visiting her father's family, which enriched her cultural perspective and identity. Kamala attended Howard University in Washington, D.C., a historically black university where she earned a degree in political science and economics. She then obtained a law degree from the University of California, Hastings College of the Law. Kamala began her career as a deputy district attorney in Alameda County in 1990, specializing in cases of domestic violence and sexual abuse. Her commitment and determination to protect victims earned her recognition and rapid promotions. In 2003, Harris was elected District Attorney of San Francisco, becoming the first woman and the first person of color to hold this position. During her tenure, she implemented several innovative programs: Back on Track program, a re-entry program for first-time non-violent offenders aged 18 to 30, offering job training, education, and support services to help them reintegrate into society.
In tonight's Focus on Solutions report, how San Francisco's DA is tackling that public safety issue with the concept of reentry by helping get the lives of first-time drug offenders back on track.
Living from room to room with my son, so I was like needing to get the money. So when I had got into selling drugs, it was like fast money all the time for me. So when I got caught that day that I got caught, oh my God, I was scared.
We charge them for committing a crime. They go to a courtroom and plead guilty because they did commit a crime. And this is about accountability. There's no fiction here. It's about, yeah, you did commit a crime, accept it, own up to it, and then let's talk about what we can do to change the circumstances going forward.
Harris worked to reduce recidivism by offering alternatives to incarceration, such as training programs and addiction treatment.
To announce the creation of the Division of Recidivism Reduction and Reentry of the California Department of Justice. This new division of the California Department of Justice has been formed for a number of reasons that all have to do with contributing to improving and sustaining public safety in the state of California.
However, she was also criticized for her tough-on-crime approach and her refusal to seek the death penalty in certain cases, including the murder of a police officer. In 2010, Kamala Harris was elected Attorney General of California, succeeding Jerry Brown. During her 2 terms, she oversaw several significant initiatives and investigations. Corruption scandals. Harris prosecuted corrupt officials and companies involved in illegal practices. Consumer protection. She took action against major banks for abusive mortgage practices, securing billions of dollars in settlements for California homeowners.
This morning, we are very proud to announce a tremendous victory for California. As a result of 13 months of intense discussions, sometimes battle, We have delivered to California $18 billion in relief for California's homeowners.
Criminal justice reform. She implemented reforms aimed at reducing the prison population, improving detention conditions, and increasing transparency in law enforcement.
Nobody cares about the fact that we've got a bunch of young black and brown men in prison. That argument is not working. What I suggest we do as African Americans is own this issue in law enforcement and then define it in the way that works for us, because it is a myth to say that African Americans don't want law enforcement. We do.
Civil rights. Harris defended immigrant rights and pursued cases of racial discrimination and LGBTQ+ rights. In 2016, Kamala Harris was elected United States Senator for California, succeeding Barbara Boxer. She quickly gained notoriety for her interrogation skills and progressive positions, criminal justice reform. Harris co-sponsored the First Step Act, a bipartisan legislation aimed at reforming the federal criminal justice system and reducing mandatory sentences for certain non-violent crimes. Healthcare. She supported initiatives to improve healthcare access, including the Medicare for All Act, which proposes a universal healthcare system. Environment and climate. Harris advocated for policies to combat climate change, promote renewable energy, and protect vulnerable communities from harmful environmental effects. Immigration. She advocated for the protection of dreamers and supported reforms to make the immigration system more humane and fair. And finally, in 2020, Kamala Harris was chosen by Joe Biden as his running mate for the presidential election. Their historic victory made her the first woman, the first black person, and the first person of South Asian descent to hold the office of Vice President of the United States. As Vice President, Harris has played a crucial role in various Biden administration initiatives. Kamala Harris has built a remarkable career, marked by a series of historic firsts and a constant commitment to justice and equality. Her trajectory, from Deputy District Attorney to Vice President of the United States, illustrates her determination to break barriers and defend the rights of all Americans. Her leadership and vision will continue to shape the future of American politics. This year, Kamala Harris is running for President of the United States. With Joe Biden absent from the race, Harris is leading the campaign alone against Donald Trump, the main Republican candidate.